What's up, all my movie loving maniacs? This your boy Bankful B of the Lassiter Factor, and today I'm gonna talk about Ironheart, which wrapped up its last few episodes last week. I watched the whole series, so let's review. So, Ironheart is a new Disney Plus Marvel show that follows Riri Williams, who was introduced in Black Panther Wakanda Forever just a few years ago. After she is kicked out of MIT, she teams up with the Hood and his crew to commit a few morally compromising acts in order to achieve a mission for him. And at the same time, she is still processing her grief over the loss of her friend who is returned in manifest in an AI program like Jarvis to Tony before her. Now, like I said, this character was introduced in Black Panther Wakanda Forever a few years ago. I liked the character, but I felt like she was mainly just used as a plot device in that movie. She was just there to drive the plot forward. But now, here she is in her own show, which I was looking forward to, despite all the negativity and toxicity around the show. I'm not going to get too further into it, but all I'm just going to say is to all you snowflake man babies that's hating on this show because she's black and a female, fuck around and find out in the comment section if you want to. I don't play that shit. Shout out to my boy Kev from the Real For Real podcast for what I just said. And I know I said it a few times before, but I thought he just said it so perfectly that that's just my default response to anybody hating on anything because of how woke it is. All that being said, how did I feel about the show? I mean, I didn't think it's not as bad as everyone is making it out to be, but at the same time, I don't think it's perfect, but it's definitely far from the worst Marvel show. I really enjoyed the first three episodes. I thought the show really got going with the first half, and then when we got to the final three episodes, I thought it was kind of hit or miss. But I really enjoyed Riri Williams' journey within this show. Like, a lot of people were calling her a criminal. I mean, there have been plenty other heroes before her that have committed criminal acts, so shut the fuck up. But I like her journey because she is dealing with her grief over the loss of her friend and her father. And she feels like ever since that moment she lost the two of them, she feels like she needs to create something so that she can protect the people she lost. Hence why she is throwing herself in her work. The only thing that I didn't like about her journey was just the end result because, well, I'm going to spoil what that is in a little bit. But let's just say where she ends up at the end of the show, I just didn't quite expect that. And it left the show, well, after that, it left me with more questions than answers. Like how's this character going to move forward? And her deceased best friend, who is come back in the form of an AI, is played by Lyric Ross, who I know from the show This Is Us, as she played the adopted daughter of Randall and Beth. Sterling K. Brown in damn, I'm blanking on her name, but basically she's the adopted daughter of those two characters within that show. So it's great to see her here and see her continue her acting career. But I also love the family aspect of the show because everybody knows Riri is very smart and can do great things, and they're very supportive of her. And plus, in a world where there's wizards, androids, and space and everything, it would make sense that everybody would just be all nonchalant about everything that's going on, especially with Riri Williams. And I like how basically common folk are embracing the idea of magic within this world, especially the people that's close to Riri Williams. You got Cree Summer in here, awesome, and then her daughter, she's delving into magic. I know she's a character from the comics, but it's just cool that even within the black community, people are starting to embrace magic, and I just love how they incorporated that into the show. Odin Ehrenreich plays Ezekiel Stan, who turns out to be the son of Obadiah Stane from the first Iron Man movie, and he kind of has a chip on his shoulder because the world thinks that he died one way, but he knows what actually happened, so he's trying not to follow in the footsteps of his dad, which does turn out to happen. Then you got Anthony Ramos playing the Hood. He basically has his hood that gives him powers and commit heinous acts, and so that's how he assembles Riri Williams with the rest of his crew. But of course, the biggest thing that everybody's talking about from the show is Mephisto, played by Borat himself, Sacha Baron Cohen. Basically, he gave Anthony Ramos' character the hood, and he was basically a pawn so that he can get to Riri Williams. And this is where I talk about the ending that I'm not sure how to feel about it, in which he makes a deal with Riri Williams, and he basically brings back her best friend. And I'm not sure how to feel about that, and plus, I'm not sure how she's gonna move forward with future Marvel projects from that. On another plus side, though, I really like the music within this. I'm mad at myself for not shazamming any of the music within the show, but I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna look it up, and yeah. Overall, I really enjoyed this show. I do think it's imperfect, but it's still good, and like I said, it's definitely not the worst Marvel show. I'm gonna give Ironheart a solid thumbs up emoji. Thank y'all so much for watching. Have you seen Ironheart? If so, let me know what you think in the comment section below. This is your boy Bankful B of the Lassiter Factor. Stay safe, wash your hands, peace.